Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Harsha Bharadwaj. I'm a pediatric resident. So today's question is what is allopathy and Ayurveda versus allopathy. Before the discussion starts, first thing we have to clarify is there is no such thing called as allopathy. This term was coined by Samuel Hahnemann, who in the 1800s actually developed homeopathy, and he used this term allopathy to categorize everything other than homeopathy into another term. So, by the way, for people who are thinking that homeopathy is part of some Indian culture and Indian tradition, it is not. It was first developed in the Europe, and once everyone in Europe rejected it because it is very flawed system of medicine, somehow we Indians found it nice and we took it up. So now coming to what people generally call as allopathy, it is actually modern medicine. It is similar to any other modern science, like let's say some technology or artificial intelligence, space engineering or aeronautical engineering. In this modern science also, every treatment is tested for its effectiveness, and only when it is proven effective it is used. The more knowledge we get, the more we use the drugs, and the more we know about the diseases, the better are our treatments. Hence, there is like a frequent change in the guidelines and frequent change in the treatments. Most of you might be watching this video on your smartphone, but the smartphone wasn't developed in a single day. 10 years ago, we got the first iPhone, and 10 years before that, the Nokia was the best phone. And many years before that, the first phone was invented by Graham Bell. If we said at that time that we are satisfied with this phone because we can communicate between each other, we wouldn't reach this stage. But at the same time, we should know that if the first phone wasn't there, all of this would not have been possible. In the same way, Ayurveda is the earliest system of medicine known to mankind, and contrary to public belief, to this day, most of the so-called allopaths that practice modern medicine also use some of the techniques and some of the formulations from Ayurveda in a refined manner. For example, Sushruta was an Indian physician and a pioneer in many surgeries. He has written a textbook called as Sushruta Samhita, describing various procedures of plastic surgery, and even now he is regarded as the father of surgery and father of plastic surgery. And many of his surgical approaches are followed to this date. His statue is there in most of the medical colleges as well, but general public don't know about him. The modern medicine, though it might have had its origins in the Western world, now it has embraced the whole world. And any treatment found effective anywhere in the whole world is, if backed by good research, will be accepted and will be followed worldwide. A simple example is this regard to cough syrup. Many formulations have been made, but one of the most effective ones that was found was honey. But the sad thing is, if a patient does come to us for cough and I tell him you can go ahead and take honey instead of prescribing one of those cough syrups, they won't be satisfied and they'll end up going to some medical store and end up buying the worst possible syrup out there. Many of the Ayurvedic medications are in its crude form, directly taken from the leaves of the plants. Then modern medicine also uses the same active substance, but here it is more refined. Only the active part of the plant is taken, separated, made into tablets or syrups. A good example for this is aspirin, which is used as pain relief and also to prevent blood clots. This is found in willow bark trees, but now we get it in tablet forms. Another example is digitalis, which is derived from Digitalis purpura plant and is used for the treatment of abnormal heart rhythms and even other heart diseases. This refinement is done so as to prevent the side effects from the rest of the parts of the leaves. Even to this day, there are many Ayurvedic doctors in India and they are treating thousands of patients daily. But the thing is, you have to remember that these are Ayurvedic doctors who also have studied for 6 long years everything about the body, the drugs, how the drugs work, and have worked under other Ayurvedic doctors, and only then they are practicing Ayurveda. There is a degree called as BAMS, which is similar to MBBS. These people are doing a very great job and helping society. They also know the uses and limitations of Ayurveda and treat accordingly. But they also won't get any support from society or media. Only quacks and scammers who show instant cure and magic will be supported. One must understand that learning Ayurveda takes time and effort, and no one can just assemble a random concoction of whatever leaves they found and call it Ayurveda. There was never a debate of Ayurveda versus modern medicine. Both are very good sciences and both are very good systems of medicine. The fight is between science and nonsense. Support your doctors and other healthcare workers who, despite all of the problems they are facing, are putting their lives at stake and serving everyone. Please stop spreading hatred and misinformation. Spread positive information so that it can be useful to others. This wrong information could end up being a bigger killer than COVID itself. Thank you and have a great day.